welcome to CXO Perspectives. With me is Brett Johnson, who's the Vice President of Business Development at AboveNet. Brett, thanks for joining us. Tell us a little bit about AboveNet first.
So AboveNet provides high bandwidth services in major markets in North America and Europe, and then we provide connectivity between all of those markets as well. We're in demand, but particularly in verticals where high bandwidth services are required, and we're seeing the demand growing exponentially as companies are adopting more cloud-based services. Companies are more reliant on disaster recovery, business continuity, backup, and hosting their applications and data in remote data centers.
Okay, you talked about high bandwidth. What does high bandwidth mean in this context?
Well, our sweet spot really is 100 megs and above. So once customers are looking at gig or 10 gigs, we really have a very strong proposition. And historically, it would only be the world's largest organizations, world's largest carriers, media companies, and financial organizations that needed that type of bandwidth. But there is a major shift now, even for small to medium enterprises, to get that type of LAN performance over metropolitan areas or even wide area networks.
And what are customers using this high bandwidth for?
Well, as I mentioned, cloud has been a big driver, and it's not just about volumes of data, it's also about latency. So it's the performance they get over their network. So organizations want to get that same type of performance as they did when those applications were stored locally. And now those applications could be stored outside of that city, even in a different country.
Now, all technologies have challenges. What are the challenges in delivering this high bandwidth?
Well, of course, we have to upgrade our network so we can provide customers with high bandwidth services. The fortunate position we're in is that we own and operate the fiber optic infrastructure, and being asset-based, it's very easy for us to increase that bandwidth. So we're in a good position to be able to provide those type of services.
And finally, big picture, how do you see the future of networking?
Well, we believe the trend will continue for high bandwidth services, and also low latency services. And low latency has made a significant impact in the financial services with machine-to-machine multilateral trading platforms. But we believe that other industries will also look at the performance of their network, particularly as they host mission-critical applications remotely from their location. So we've seen these demands grow exponentially. And we're also seeing that demand typically being Ethernet, and if you look at the predictions, the majority of Ethernet services will be in excess of 100 meg in the near future.
Brett Johnson, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.